Well, from backstage, it sounded like people were happy. Are we happy with Linda Hamilton? So guys, any hints on when we might be first seeing her?
You'll see a glimpse of Mom in episode 1.
And what other guest stars can you talk about? Either new people or people who are coming back?
People are coming back. Oh, you mean like Nicole Richie? Back over now?
Yeah.
Olivia Munn, we're very excited about.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, Dolph Lundgren, Ivan Drago himself. Isaiah Mustafa, the Old Spice guy. Of course.
So who's Isaiah Mustafa play?
Well, we're going to have this thing, it kind of gets into a larger question of, the buy more and what happens. But let's just say the buy more has now been taken over by the CIA. Let's just say that happened.
Owned and operated.
Owned and operated by the CIA. So now they have the most incredible buy more employees you've ever seen. Every week, in the first episode, we will meet Olivia Munn's character named Greta, who is this amazing CIA operative / buy more executive, green shirt. And then every week, we will have a new Greta. And whether it is a woman or a man, the character's name will be Greta. We're not that good at coming up with names.
That's the hardest part.
And so Olivia Munn is the kick-ass operative green shirt in the first episode. Isaiah Mustafa is the kick-ass green shirt in the second episode. And that's really as far as we've gotten.
So, what is the state of what's inside Chuck's brain right now? What's happening with Chuck Fu? How much control does he have at this moment over his powers?
I think he's in pretty good control of Chuck Fu. I think he can get a little rusty from time to time, but I think that he's getting better and better. And that's kind of the heart of the show is this kind of burgeoning hero that is Chuck Wendinsky.
And what is the role that the governor plays, and what is the role that the proto-intersect that we saw in the finale plays?
These are such feed-out questions.
They're not exciting.
I think the people want to know.
The governor is still a part of the show. We want to do kind of big, exciting stories, but the notion is that when Dad kind of introduced Chuck to his spy lair, his bat cave, that there was technology down there that would allow Chuck to build his own governors and more governors. But right now, it's like going into season 4, it's really about the search for Mom. It's really about looking for her and what that means to Chuck in his life, his relationship with Sarah and his relationship, with the Bible. So that's a big part of this season of the show.
So I got a sense the crowd was excited to see Chuck and Sarah kissing a little bit, right? So for Zach and Yvonne, how has your working relationship changed, if any, since Chuck and Sarah's relationship has changed?
If I've learned anything from season 3, it's not to get in the middle of you two. I think it's always been the same. I mean, even though we're together now, or we can be honest about being together, and we're a couple, officially, I suppose, the love's always been there. I mean, that first night when I saw you, or day rather, because I was at the store. But the first time we went out on a date, we were at the Mexican restaurant, I was gazing into your eyes, and I was such a nerd. And you dispatching all those gentlemen with your, crafty knife skills. I mean, it was, and here we are now. I don't know if it's changed that much, has it?
No.
Not?
No.
I'll translate that for you.
No.
It grows and evolves, and I don't know. I mean, are you guys happy with it? That's all we care about.
Well, I mean, Yvonne, Sarah got to smile a lot more in the last few episodes of the season than she had in the previous few years combined. So how was that?
Well, I have to say I was very excited. Oh, this is really loud. Is it? Okay, yeah. I was very excited to be sort of finally part of some of the happy stuff and some of the comic moments of the show. Yeah, I loved it. And there's probably going to be more of that this season, I hope. Please.
There's no comment.
Chuck and Sarah are a couple this year. You know, we've learned about putting people in between Chuck and Sarah.
Well, in hindsight then, let me ask, is there anything you might have done differently with the Shaw arc?
The Shaw?
Shaw, Daniel Shaw arc, not Shaw.
Not the shark.
No sharks or Shaws, I think it's a good year.
Jump the short, Shaw.
The Shaw. Oh, that would be you guys.
Thanks, Zach.
Josh?
You know, he was a great villain, I think. And I think, you know, Chuck and Sarah have a pretty undeniable chemistry, and that's hard to replicate. And so we've learned some things. I'm going to leave it ambiguous and just say this year you'll be very happy.
Well, speaking of undeniable chemistry, yes, we were all happy to have Chuck and Sarah together, but there was another couple that got together this season that we like seeing even more, and I'm of course referring to John and Morgan. For Josh and Adam, when did you guys first realize that you had sort of a chemistry that was undeniable on camera?
I think he had me in a chokehold. I think I was like gasping for my life.
Can I hold your puppy?
Are you asking the questions now, Baldwin? Have you taken charge of this panel?
Question from Morgan. What do you like most about John Casey?
You have really soft hands, actually. It's true.
Now, I'm really looking forward to this guy because it's a trick for the cinematographer to set it up so. There is a note from the acting director, my puppy. And, you know, the phrase, "Apple box, please," is heard a lot.
Well, Josh, this was a really great year for Morgan overall. He got together with Karina, he found out Chuck's secret, he became a spy, he broke his thumbs, he blew up the Buy More. How was that for you to play?
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was so much fun. It was, you know, I was waiting since the pilot. I think, you know, until, okay, ready. But the biggest thing for me was that from season 2 to season 3, never heard the end of it from Ronnie Bartley about how he was, you know, I'm a spy now. What are you doing, bro? And so,
I cannot tell you how much angst he did in him.
Yeah.
That was in the spiral before him.
Yeah.
And I was so happy about it. And the depression, the deep depression he got into until he was in the spy world.
That's not.
Now we're all happy. Now we're all happy Morgan's in the spy world, right?
No.
And I'm happy that I'm not, because to be honest, Captain Awesome couldn't take it.
He's got this bit that he does where we have this sort of mimicry going on, and then I'll catch him at it. It's hilarious. You know, I'll be doing like a loading of a gun, and he'll do it just a little off.